Sorry. The safe place.
He wanted to create a safe space for people basically not to be bothered of a specific race. And so within his restaurant, he said, this is for them.
What does that sound like to you?
Was it in the back?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Babe, was it in the back?
What?
The safe space in his restaurant? Was it in the back of the restaurant?
I don't know, but it was a guy in Portland, yeah.
Maybe at least he put it in the front this time.
It was in
Well, no.
Portland.
If you want to be unbothered, be in the back
That's
corner or
true,
something.
I feel like Portland is so
By the bathroom.
liberal.
Portland is...
It's a woke space. It's a safe space for people of color to be able to be themselves.
Portland's a weird... like, I know it's like, that's the whole thing is like keep Portland weird or whatever, but it's such a weird place because it's like literally everyone in the city is either like super woke or like literally a Proud Boy.
So woke, they come circle back around.
Yeah. And they're kind of meeting in the middle here with this safe space of what's going on.
I've never heard of this keep Portland weird thing.
What? Yeah, it's like a saying, like, because everybody, like, especially when, I don't know when it was, like, you know, a bunch of, like, hippies and stuff started moving in, and it kind of became, like, really, like, a hippie mecca type of thing.
Okay.
Everyone was like, oh, Portland's so weird, because they had all
Be
these,
like, pack your bags. I know where we're going next week.
They had.
I want to see this place.
I really do, though.
It's cool. Downtown apparently is still all broken, like, has, like, plyboards up and stuff like that.
From what?
Like the stuff like 2 years ago.
What stuff? COVID?
Like the Black Lives Matters like walks that ended up turning into like crazy
Like the
protests and raids and stuff in like Portland.
Oh shit! I do remember that. Wow.
You know,
My
yeah,
bad.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
had like family friends who went there and they said that like downtown is still like they just like haven't fixed anything. And
Well, same story with frickin' New Orleans from Katrina from 2004.
Yeah.
There are buildings still fucking boarded up. They just
So
haven't
crazy.
gotten to it.
Yeah, but they're like every year it's probably it's a good
gets
chance
worse.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Of course, now there's a hurricane hitting Florida, or maybe it's already.
Oh yeah.
Gone.
No, it's like
It's
ravaging.
swooping in.
I was gonna say it's still there.
Pretty
I
bad.
think. Yeah.
I only know that because I follow car pages and they're like, oh, look at this McLaren got swept away. Oh, look at this lifted truck it got, which is funny because it was a like a monster truck.
Yeah.
And it's still like,
Got carried away
Yeah.
by the water.
Damn.
but like one that's like fully built just to like withstand this kind of weather, and it just plopped.
Florida
That's
said,
crazy.
Nah, we're not going to do that.
Okay, so I know about it because my workplace has operations near the hurricane. And so they immediately sent out emails to the entire company and they were like, hey, we're starting a fund for our employees in Florida. We're going to do a 3-for-1 match for the company. And then they send us updates every day about the 16 or so that I think we have that are like in danger. Like, hey, they all checked in. They're safe this morning.
Damn, your company sounds so cool and like they actually care.
No, dude, they do. And
You should be like, oh, they can come live here with me
Yeah.
in the garage.
I got this extra room. Got a half bath.
you can
No
live
shower
here.
though. It has no shower.
Yeah, you can have a horse bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside. Yeah.
Get a little like a.
No, you don't have to have a horse bath outside. You know what a horse bath is?
Well, yeah, but like outside is nice for a shower.
Yeah.
But they can't. There's no direct access to outside from here.
Jump the fence.
I guess.
Go out the window in the back.
Yeah, there you go. Like tunnel out.
Yeah. They'll make a door right there.
Like a doggy door.
Then you can, while you're taking a shit, you can kick open the door and look in your backyard.
It vents the air though. too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does. I have this room that you can live in and you can use it 24/7 except for 9 to noon on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Like,
You're a little busy then. You can't move any of the equipment either.
Oh, you'll have a live.
oh yeah, and you can never touch. It does come fully furnished. You can only make do with the furnishings that are in the room.
Yeah. Don't touch any of the equipment.
Try to like loop yourself through the arms of the chairs and make this a bed. That's your option.
Like
If you're
at the
small enough, maybe
airport.
you could sleep on top of this.
If you weigh less than 90 pounds, you can sleep on top of this. of course, then we're probably getting into a child. And I don't want to get into a runaway situation. It's so dramatic. And then you have to teach them like a life story so that they
Well, I mean,
grow from their journey. And I just don't want to do that.
they're just running away from a hurricane. It'll pass. You can send them back.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Housing
this
this
is not
kid for
permanent.
life. Yeah. What the
Oh,
hell?
my gosh. That's fantastic.
Wait for a storm to
Adopt.
pass.
That's great. I thought it was like adoption or something. Yeah, no, this is great. Yeah, I'm down for that. Do I get government reimbursement
Your
for
company,
being a
maybe.
good person? Something?
No, they don't reimburse you for that. They only
know.
reimburse tax cheats and shit like that.
I know. My
Or
company,
you can claim them in your taxes.
Yeah.
Like, I had 6 dependents.
Yeah, just have them live for the, what is it, like 20 to 25% of the year with you, and you cover more than 50% of their expenses, which
God,
would basically
yeah.
be rent, and there you go. You got a dependent.
That's true. I could just charge $8,000 for rent, but say that I'm covering that for them, and then I've definitely hit my 50%
Yeah,
of their
living expenses.
of their living expenses.
She's going to take an Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is what they would have paid on their own, but I covered it.
Yep.
She's like, oh, you're living in a high rise in Miami? That's about what I pay here. So,
Pretty much. For the square footage.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it. That's the scam.
Have you
From my wonderful workplace.
Have you seen the guy in? I think he's on like TikTok, but like I see him on like my Instagram feed and stuff. He'll go around New York and he'll just be like, "How much do you pay for rent?" And they'll say, and then he'll be like, "Can I tour your apartment?" And these people just take him into their apartment. I'm sure.
No,
he's-
I haven't seen that.
I'm sure he's like, "Hey, no, I'm actually not like a psychopath who's gonna kill
Right.
look at my page and whatnot." But yeah, so you get to go and like see what everybody's paying. This one guy was literally paying. I think he was like, "Oh, I'm paying like $700." And I was like, "Oh my god, that's unheard of. Can I see your space?"
Yeah.
And it literally probably cut off like was a little longer than like this room kind of before that wall indents. Maybe
Okay.
give it like another foot or maybe 2
Like
feet.
Okay.
Spider-Man's house in that
Yeah.
first movie.
Yeah. And
Or the
it literally is just, he has a little like, I think it's like a 2-burner stove, a fridge, his own microwave, one desk, and then he has like a loft area where his bed is. So like in where he's sleeping, like you can't even like really stand up or like sit up. And he has to share a bathroom as well.
That's not optimal.
I mean, I think the lifestyle is just different. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people out there don't own cars, so you don't.
Yeah,
Like
you don't.
that's
have to,
where you save.
I think you have to be okay with that. And after having lived by myself and having so much room to myself,
Yeah.
I can't go back.
Well, like I couldn't imagine being like, oh, I'm, like after a night, you're like, I'm hungover, and then I have to puke, and then you're like, hold on, and your neighbor's
True.
like, come on, man, I got to take a shit. Like,
True. And I'm loud. I like being able to be as loud as I am and not have people be like,
they're like, what the fuck, lady?
which has never happened to me, but I still feel like people have probably heard me and been like, oh, this white bitch.
Back in your old apartment days.
Yeah. Especially since I spent like half a day with an employee or a coworker yesterday, and I laughed like maybe 3 times, and he was like, wow, you have a unique laugh. And I was like, I know, bro. I know. And it sounds just like my mom's. Don't you think my world was shattered the day I realized what I fucking sounded like? And he was like, no, God, calm down. That's
whoa.
That's not what I was saying. And I was like, I know what the fuck you're saying.
He's like, I meant unique in a good way, and you're like, you wouldn't have used the word.
You wouldn't
You don't
have
ever
used
say
the word
unique.
Well,
unique,
then, like you,
motherfucker.
I'm sure he hesitated, huh? Before
Yes,
you said it.
that's what. Yeah, like I was word for word. Interesting laugh
Interesting.
or unique laugh. Sorry.
Unique. Interesting. Just say it's weird.
Unique
it's fine.
laugh.
I get it.
I know. Just
what I sound
fucking.
like.
Just say like, damn. Never heard a voice or never heard it sound like that come out of a human. I'm gonna be like, I know. Goddamn. Sound a lot like a duck, maybe,
A duck?
but not one that's just quacking. One that's like screaming out.
One that's like drowning.
Yeah. I was about to say
drown.
screaming out. Yes, they can. Just because they know how to swim, don't mean they can't drown.
They don't swim; they just float. They're like this.
Yeah, are they buoyant?
Okay, fine. They're floating.
They're just buoyant, man.
They're floating, but I still feel
Well,
like
what if,
they
what if
can
one
drown.
of them's got like a big ass head, and then they like duck their head underneath, and then he can't pull it back up?
This beak is too
Okay.
heavy.
Okay, that's a really sad version of that probably has happened where a duck has stuck its head down and then like got it caught in like a soda can
No.
plastic thing,
maybe.
and then like it gets stuck and then it does drown. So thanks, Trevor, for ruining our day.
But you haven't researched, so you don't know if that's happened.
I don't
It could.
think I
What if
need
it
to
just thought it was deeper? You know, they got kind of longer necks than they do them little feet. What if they thought the water was deeper and his bill just goes straight in the mud and he can't? You know, like some people will like go down in the lake and they'll be like, my foot got caught in the mud. I couldn't get it out.
Like quicksand.
Yeah.
So see, ducks can drown.
Yeah. I think it's
The next
They're
time I
just like
see
us.
a dead duck in the lake, I'll let you know.
Well, I've never seen a dead
You
duck.
just see the duck with its head underneath the water for like an extended period of time.
But how long can they hold their breath? I feel like, because don't sometimes, maybe it's just geese or something. They like feed on fish. I feel like there are some birds that can
I think a lot of birds feed on fish.
feed on.
Yeah.
Seagulls.
Yeah, they like swoop down.
Okay, but like the ones that just float on top, I'm saying.
The ones that can barely fly, not even really, they just
Yeah, well, and specifically, maybe swans, like they have long necks, so
Yeah.
maybe they can. So I feel like they'd be able to hold their breath for a really long time. I want to say 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Swan or geese or duck.
Or just like a bird that can hold
Well, the bird that can hold its breath the longest is going to be the penguin.
underwater.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Hold its breath the longest. That's a good guess.
I mean,
You're right. The emperor penguin can stay underwater for more than 15 minutes at a time.
oh, that's not as impressive as I thought it was going to be.
But they move so fast,
Because
though.
they do move fast. Yeah, they have to. Those freaking seals are fucking scary.
Oh, the ones that'll eat them.
Yes, and fucking chase them onto land.
Or onto,
Jesus.
like, just an ice
and
block
whales
and
are
they're
fucking
stuck.
doing that shit too.
Dude, the whales will like if they're stuck on like a little ice sheet, the whales will like breach the ice sheet to crash it and like
Fuck yeah, no, they're fucking savage.
fuck that.
They know they're heavy.
I hate orcas.
That's cool.
I saw a video and these guys were, I'm assuming like somewhere in the Arctic or something, and they had just gone onto like a big iceberg. Like it was huge, and they were climbing it because like a lot of people will like do that and whatnot. And their boat started like, you know, backing up to go away, and the iceberg, they're probably about like, you know, that like far of an angle, so they're like kind of climbing it, and all of a sudden the iceberg just starts going, and it completely flips on them.
Oh my
They
gosh.
crash into like the Arctic water and stuff. I'm like,
Oh
that's
my
what you
gosh.
get for fucking stay on the boat. Look at the iceberg from afar.
That is some
Or you
crazy.
could just run faster. Like Mario.
That's some adrenaline shit.
spins.
It was
Adrenaline junkie shit.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's
no. Speaking of which, fucking, there's a guy that I work with. One of the guys that I met during my ride along. Because I'm there, I spend much more time with them than I do people in the office. But so whenever I was out there talking to them, fucking I just casually like, oh yeah, do you have any plans this weekend? And he's like, well, I mean, I was gonna go skydiving, but checked my equipment and it needs to be not recalibrated, but he said it needed to be redone or something. And I said, oh man, so you've been skydiving before? That's kind of crazy. And he said, yeah, over 460 times. And I was like, what?
right.
And he was like, yeah, me and my friends will just, a couple times a month, we'll head down to Dallas. There's a really awesome place to jump from over there. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, and we'll just, we'll go skydiving. And I'm like, wow, that's insane. I thought maybe like mow your lawn. That's
Maybe
crazy.
you're gonna have the boys over for Sunday night football or something.
right. Like that's holy
Barbecue
shit.
some burgers.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And he was like, yeah, just grab my rig and we go. And I'm like,
Damn, whole
do you
rig,
feel
too.
right.
Like,
and,
grab my plan and
he said that he was scared of heights too. And he said, and I'll still go skydiving. And I was like,
That's different though.
that's okay. And do you you pack your chute yourself? And he said, yeah, I do all of that. And I said, so maybe, because he said he feels safest with the chute on his pack. He's like, it's the safest I've ever felt. Like it's, you're good. And I said, but what if it's not? Like, what if one of the strings break? What if you packed it wrong? What if
Yeah.
it just stops working? That's wow. Okay. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I've been trying to get this guy to go. Maybe I'll get you to go. And I was like, oh, fuck, you will. I'm not
You
that
have to
fucking
drug me.
crazy.
Yeah, I could not.
Not happening.
Would you rather
If I find out that I'm dying, sure.
skydive or bungee jump?
Though I would rather.
That's a good question.
I would rather skydive.
Yeah, I think I'd rather skydive too.
Yeah.
I think I don't know why, but
Because there's something I feel like so immediate about being dropped, and like if something happens and you feel the bungee not snap you back up.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm sure it's probably also very similar to the feeling of pulling on your chute and nothing happening.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why I still say skydive. Probably because it's a better view if it's going to be my last.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you're bungee jumping, you're going into
I mean, it's still like a pretty view, but it's not.
off a bridge, and it'll be
Oh, yeah.
you know, kind
You
of
just bottom out.
it'll just be like, yeah, it'll be a pretty view, but I just feel like the view from the sky would probably be better
If you did bungee jump though and it didn't work, you would have less time to like
to be afraid of it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
you would feel it not snap, and you'd be like the next like half a second dead.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
Whereas
so that's also why I
skydiving,
was
you're
torn.
Like, you're like,
And you probably have like 45 seconds.
yeah. Like you got a minute or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
The only thing I'm scared with skydiving is I'll open too late. Because you know how you have to open it at a certain altitude?
Yeah.
What if you open it too late? Because then you have a high risk of surviving, but like still.
Yeah, still getting hurt. Well, they say like the most dangerous part of skydiving is always like the landing. Usually if you're gonna get hurt skydiving, it's
Break
just
your legs.
Yeah, it's just when you land, because they say the most common injury is like either an ankle break or an ankle sprain, because people try to like
Yeah.
Okay.
they don't really know how to land. So that's why a lot of times, especially when you go with like the instructor and whatnot, they tell you like lift your legs up so your butt just kind of hits the ground. Whereas like when they're by themselves, they kind of know how to like, you know, like kind of run into it, correct?
Which apparently does. So I need to ask how many times on Monday. I'm going to ask him how many times he's
Like hurt his leg.
hurt himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shows you he has RoboCop legs.
I was gonna say he might just straight up. One of my sister's dads had really bad ankles. Apparently, he already like genetically just had bad ankles in his family. I don't know why that's specifically a thing, but they had like bad ankles, and then he broke them several times during motorcycle accidents, I guess, because of, you know, I mean, your feet are very vulnerable. And so I remember like the last time I feel like I saw him, he commented about how his ankles were so swollen just because of how many times they've been broken and healed and broken and healed that he can't really bend them. So most of the time he just leaves his boots on all the time. And he has like these really thick boots that go all the way up that protect
to
his
keep
ankles.
his ankles from rolling and stuff. Yeah.
It's insane. I was like, what a life.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry for you.
So he can't just do this?
So I wonder, not easily, no. So I wonder if similar, because I mean, they
He's
all
like, yeah,
wear.
I never take these boots.
They all wear
Just
really
watch him walk.
Yeah.
thick
when he
boots.
walks.
I'll just ask him. I feel like that's more direct. Hey, how fucked up are your ankles? Let's talk about this.
Talk about this.
I need to make work friends. I have to. It's the only way I'm
You're
going to
gonna make it with the
survive.
skydiving dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the only one that seems willing to talk to me at this point.
He's really fly. Flyest guy here.
Probably.
It's getting bad though. I've even been giving away my pins, and you know,
Yeah, you don't ever give.
I don't give away pins. I've been trying to make friends.
You didn't even like if I would take one and put it back in the wrong spot.
No, that was really annoying. But
Color coordinated.
yes.
Yeah.
And they still are.
Yeah.
Except for the ones I've given away. But I just feel like, you know, people will like me if they have a dependable utensil to write with.
Is it a cool color that they took at least?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I give them whatever color they want.
Yeah.
I gave Mindy pink. That was hard. But it's okay. I have 4 at home, so
Oh, yeah,
I can
that's
take
not-
one. They don't need to know that I have backups.
See, and this is why you can house them.
And I gave the lime green one. I don't know why he wanted lime green, but okay.
Maybe he just likes green, likes to write in green.
Looks like avocado.
I know, but see, I had there's like a beautiful true green. I was not going to give him my forest green. I keep that in my drawer. But I have a regular, like that marker green, like a true green, and that's really pretty. The lime green, I just feel like, I don't know.
Maybe he likes it because it's
Doesn't
bright.
please my eyes.
That's like I've seen there's like a meme or something, and it was an engineer, and he's like, oh, so, he works for like an engineering firm. They all write in Sharpie and whatnot, black Sharpie.
Oh.
And so everybody takes like each other's pens and stuff. So what he did was he got a pack of black Sharpies and a pack of colored Sharpies, and then he swapped their caps. So then whenever anyone stole his black Sharpie, they would write in like yellow or green or pink or something. But then they would get upset because then you're not supposed to write in like any colors or anything on like the forms or whatever that they're doing, the plans.
Right.
So they would have to like reprint out the plan and then like get a black pen.
That sucks. Just bring your own pens. I hate when people steal my pens. However, I will say, the people at this workplace have also asked. They've been like, "Wow,
Such a cool pen.
yeah, those are cool." Granted, I have to start the
collect
conversation.
rocks.
I have to start the conversation. I have to say, "These are the best pens I've ever written with. That's why I have so many. Look at the colors." And then they go, "Wow."
They're like, I feel obligated. Can I have one? And then you're like, yeah, $20.
Yeah, so I'm making friends. I'm going to be a success. I think very soon.
Black market
I'm going to
pens.
be a vital cog in that institution.
You're just going to take over. They don't even buy pens anymore. They're just like, Haley, we'll get everybody. And then one day you just stop supplying it and you watch the company crumble.
I have no idea how to procure pens anymore. Speaking of how successful I'm going to be at work, don't know why I did this, but you know how sometimes when I do something embarrassing, I have the uncontrollable
Yes,
need
pictures of it.
I need to share it with you guys. Exactly. I need to share it. Like anytime I did something stupid, like when I freaking frisked
we'll
that
beat
guy in the stairwell and
Oh yeah.
I thought it was you.
Yeah.
And I told you about it. Like, yeah, I just sometimes have the uncontrollable urge to tell people, well, I don't have those friends at work. So then when something that I thought embarrassing happened, I just told strangers. I mean, they're my coworkers, but strangers.
Yeah.
Why? Why would I tell them? Why?
Yeah.
This is the first conversation I've ever had with them alone.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That's not a good decision. But I was taking a drink of my water. I have a big Under Armour jug that I take to work, and my goal is to try to drink 2 of them a day. So far, I've been working there for 3 full weeks, and I've successfully never done it, but Friday, I finished 1 full container. So I'm officially halfway capable.
No.
So
Now,
is there benefit to that?
it's just the amount of water I'm supposed to drink. And back when I was drinking hella water because I was trying to pass that drug test, it did make me feel a lot better. My knees got sore, or my knees stopped getting sore, and my hips popped far less. I don't know if it helps lubricating my joints. I mean, they say that's why it's important to drink water, is because it can really help.
Like literally every facet of your life.
It can really help your body feel less sore because your joints are more lubricated, so stuff is not rubbing together and wearing away at the bone and cartilage. So honestly, probably should be drinking more water. But anyways, so drinking my water, and I wanted to see how much water I had left to go, because I was like, man, I want to feel motivated. So I took the lid off because I thought I was probably 75% done. I was 25% done, but I saw a little glint in the water. I saw a glint, and I was like, "What is that? Is there a piece of glitter in my water?" Which has happened because I decorate with a lot of glitter, so that's normal. Yeah. But it was not glitter. It was at the bottom of my cup. And I was like, what is glittering at the bottom of my cup? So I stick my hand in, fish it out. It is an earring. It is an earring. Was it an earring I was wearing? That's at least somewhat plausible. No.
It's like I had ice in here.
It was not an earring I was wearing that day. The earring had a full back on it. A whole earring with the back in my water.
I'm trying to even like think about how that's physically possible.
Thank you. So you see why I had to tell people. How the fuck did that happen? But now...
Yeah, but then you went up and told a stranger, and now you're the earring water lady.
Yes, now I'm the earring water lady because I
She
feel...
washes her earrings and her cups at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck it happened. And then everyone's response to me, because I told 3 different strangers at work, and each one of their responses was, well, I mean, at least it was your earring. And I was like, how does that?
I mean, that is, could you imagine if you opened it and it wasn't your earring? Like, not one that you
It's
recognize
still shocking.
even remotely?
It's still shocking to
I
me.
mean, it's still shocking, but...
So when you drink out of it, is it like a straw or something? Like how did you not drink it?
Yeah, it's a straw.
Okay.
I can't lift a big jug like this. I would spill it all over my
Do you
hand.
have the jug here?
I would.
How
yes.
big is it?
Yeah, I have the jug here. Ben, would you mind going and getting the jug? It's in the living
Is
room.
it like a gallon
my,
jug?
My blue,
We want to see the crime.
my blue Under Armour one. Don't worry, I don't got that Under Armour money. I got it from Ross.
That's fine.
It was like $8.
That's not bad.
I know. That's why I was like, this will help me drink enough water. It doesn't, but it's really heavy, so I feel like my arms are getting.
Have you seen the one that looks like a weight, like a dumbbell?
It's a water bottle.
Oh,
that looks
really?
Like a
Yeah,
dumbbell.
it's a water bottle. Looks like a dumbbell, and I was like, I should buy 2 and just
One
Stay
of my
hydrated. It's like your what is it when you work out? You do like the pyramids where you go like up and down, so it's like getting lighter for you.
oh,
It's that. So see,
yeah,
I could not
pretty big.
I could not lift that. I would spill it all over my stuff, especially when it's full of water. That's hella heavy. So
It's a good handle for it though.
yeah, but so I unscrewed the lid to see how much water I had left, and then I was like, that's an earring.
So is it like this big or something? Like a little hoop or something?
It
Still
was
in there?
no. It was a stud.
Oh, okay.
So I mean it was smaller, but it was just like it was a pink gem
At least
with brown. Like the metal wasn't silver, it was brown.
Yeah, you're lucky it wasn't small enough to go up the frickin' straw.
Yeah, I mean,
So did you throw it away or just keep it?
I mean, I
Just
kept,
put it back on your.
I kept it. I put it back on my
Nice and clean.
on my earring board. Well, I mean, it was water. I poured out the water, obviously.
After you almost drank all of it.
However, no, I drank 25% of it. I thought I drank more. It felt like 75, so I was like, I'm gonna check now, and it was 25. And then yeah, there was an earring in it. But so yeah, I poured out the water because I didn't want to drink earring infested water. However, I learned on Thursday, so well over, it's 2.5 weeks I've been working there, and I asked. I will fucking bleep that. I was so good. I did
I've been
so
waiting for
good.
you
You
to
did
say
so
that.
good on Wednesday, and you did it already twice.
I did it
So good
so
on Wednesday.
good. I did it twice today. How'd I do it?
Or whatever your boss says.
Oh, you did it 3 times then, because you also said your previous place of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did get better though.
Yeah. It's okay, everybody.
Well, I don't mind. I don't mind saying first names as generic as. And also, I know that none of my coworkers watch this.
You should just make up names at this point.
I know, but then I want you guys to also
Like,
remember.
Dr. Dillweed.
Yeah, we'll just
or
remember their
something.
fake name.
Okay, well now
I'll
I'll
just make up a name.
okay. I'll bleep out. We'll just call him Skydiver.
Skydiver, yeah. Give him a,
Mr. Sky High or something.
yeah.
Of course, then if
Mr.
anyone from that location watches this, they'll immediately be like, well, clearly the guy that skydived over 460 times.
But even if you fake the name, you said his story. So it's the same thing.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's
It's fine.
You're not
It's
supposed
fine.
to drop names.
Yeah, it's just not names.
Yeah. That's like, even in a professional workplace, you can say kind of like what you did, kind of what you're working on and what, but you can't just say your, client's name. or whatever. Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
Cool. Well, now I forgot what I was saying though. Fucking believe it, but I know that's where I was going. So I made it there well over 2.5 weeks before I was like, hey, I feel comfortable enough with this coworker. I can ask them if we have an ice machine, and if so, where it is. Until then, I had just been drinking room temperature that I've been getting out of the water fountain. I mean, it comes out colder, so it was still cold in the morning, but then throughout the day would just, room temperature water, whatever. So I asked, hey, do we have an ice machine? She's like, yeah, totally. I'll show you where it is. She takes me out to the break room, shows me where it is. I'm like, oh, wow. It's like right here. Can't believe I missed it. But I've never been in the break room because it's where the drivers are. And I don't want to like interrupt them. I know it's their morning routine. They're tired. They want to, no, not because of that. Really? I don't think they do. But apparently that is a common complaint from their partners, from what I hear. And I'm like, oh,
But they stink.
sorry. Yeah. Just like when they first get home, they're like, oh, no, don't touch me.
Go shower.
Yeah.
Imagine one of them's like, nah, just gets right into bed.
With his boots on.
Yeah.
The ones that live alone, sure. Why the fuck not?
Oh. Man.
But so she was showing me how to use the ice machine. And then on the side of it, she was like, and then here's where we get water. And I was like, oh, wow, cool. I just been getting water. And then before she let me finish, she said, yeah, this is always the best water to use. You don't want to use the water that comes out of the water fountain because that filter hasn't been changed in 6 years. And that's where I've been drinking water from for the last 2.5 weeks.
Dang.
So I might have superpowers. I might have gotten poisoning somehow.
Or maybe you blacked out and then put your earring in
She
your water.
pees acid or something.
Oh, that's what happened. I blacked out from the toxins and I put the earring in my water. That's insane.
What a superpower that would be, though. Peeing freaking
Acid.
Acid?
No.
How would that be such a superpower? Tell me one situation where you would use that.
Yeah, what the heck? Oh, I'm locked in this room. Let me just pee on the lock. It's gonna go. Oh, I got.
Oh, I forgot. You have a dick.
Yeah.
No,
That's
we're saying
not
for
fair.
You, though. We're
Yeah,
saying for
yeah.
you.
That's not fair. Okay, tell me one situation where I could use it because I can't aim at the doorknob up
Sure,
there.
you can pull a Step Brothers. Throw one leg up there.
Just jump and make sure you.
On that wall, how
You can kick your leg up that high.
am I can kick my leg up, but that's just going to push my pee hole further away from the
she's gonna
door.
burn her own leg.
What do you think I'm
Her
going
own
to
leg's gonna
do?
get burned.
Bend that leg right there. This one. Lean into it.
I would have to have a strong flow and push hard.
That's fine. It's your
Or-
superpower. Make it work.
Or you could just grab the chair and like.
You could just
Sit
give
against
up and then let Jeffy Dahmer kill you, or
I'm
you
ass-
could try to pee on the lock.
I'm assuming my captor is not leaving me a chair to help my escape.
Well, you sit in this room, so.
Yeah.
On that door. I sat on that door with that flat wall. I don't think that would help me.
I think you could do it.
Okay.
You
I'll
just
test
have-
it.
You would just have to be more
No,
creative.
I'll test it when
Yeah.
y'all leave. I'll throw my leg up here and I'll see if I can pee on the doorknob.
Just do
If
it
I'm
on a-
successful, I will send you a photo.
Drink like
The pee doorknob.
drink like 25% of that thing again, and then just send it.
So look forward to that later.
Or you can make a suit that has like, like a dongle that points for you.
Like a camel pack hose.
Yeah,
I was going to
something
say,
like that.
yeah, I could just get a funnel and a piece of plastic tubing. I mean,
And just pull
You're like,
it
wait,
out.
hold on. Let
But
me put on my
again-
superhero suit. It's a cup with a funnel attached
Exactly.
to
but
it.
again, it's acid. So what material out there is not
It's like
going to
a
get
specific,
melted
like
by
a-
acid?
Some kind of plastic. It's a kind of plastic, right? That won't.
You just need to
There's a material that
reusable straws.
that exists that is acid proof.
Yeah, they have to put acid in something.
What?
Yeah.
Like, like Jeffrey Dahmer, you put all the
Yeah.
acid in the barrel.
Yeah. You get those like they're usually like the big blue
Oh, is that
barrels.
why
I don't know
you
what
keep
kind of-
mentioning Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, I don't know. I just kind of picked a serial killer, and it was like the first one on my mind.
He's the most
Oh.
popular one.
Yeah. If you asked me last year, it would have been.
I
Ted
have not
Bundy.
seen that yet, so I didn't know that he used acid. I thought
I haven't
he
seen it
either.
I thought he ate the whole
I saw
thing.
the old one though. There was one before this one. It was just a movie, and it was oh my god, what's the guy's name who plays Hawkeye in the MCU?
Oh, that guy.
Jeremy Renner. There we go. He.
That's definitely. I
he
helped.
played. He played Jeffrey Dahmer, and like, it was like a movie, basically, kind of like of some of the stuff that he did, rather than like a whole. I think like the Netflix is like a limited series or whatever.
No.
But that movie was really good and really creepy too. He did pretty good.
I think I could see Jeremy Renner as
Yeah. And it was like a long time ago, so it was like a younger Jeremy Renner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's from Meth Desto, so that's pretty cool.
You know whose face annoys me?
Who?
And I feel really bad saying this because it's one of Ben's favorite actors. Nathan Fillion.
What?
His face annoys me.
I don't know.
I was mad when they didn't cast him.
You can't hear me.
Get out.
You can't hear what I'm saying.
Get out.
You didn't hear me. You don't have headphones in.
I can read lips.
I was looking this way specifically.
He's reading your lips through the reflection in my glasses.
Oh fuck, Trevor, you whore.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take your glasses off.
Not bad.
I don't know why. He's a fine actor. Seems like a nice guy. His face annoys me.
He should have been cast as Nathan Drake in Uncharted, just because he looks just like him and kind of has the same like bravado.
Wasn't he the voice actor for him?
I don't think he was the voice actor, but I know he did like someone reached out to him for like a little like 20-minute kind of like Uncharted YouTube movie type of thing, and he did it, and he kind of really enjoyed it and whatnot. But
You seem lost.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'd never heard of that.
he's so basically he just looks just like the video game character. Like he actually really
Was
does
he
kinda look
based?
like him.
Did
No,
they- Oh.
I don't think so. And then
Just a coincidence.
yeah, and he kind of has the same like a lot of the roles that he'll play. He kind of has the same attitude where he's just like a kind of like a cocky, dude who's just like kind of like doing whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, or just like goofy and enjoying life and like stupidly lucky, so it
Yes.
annoys other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That's Nathan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or that's like
So that's also okay. That makes more sense. When you said he looks like him, I thought you meant he kind of looks like the guy they did cast, anyways.
no, they cast Tom Holland.
Oh shit! No, he looks nothing like Nathan Fillion. Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, yeah, he definitely should have been cast for that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
They made a terrible mistake.
And he was even like
That's interesting. And they picked Tom Holland. Oh, okay.
Well, I think maybe because he's younger, they want to.
yeah,
do
and
more
then
after
you're
that.
doing more stunts and stuff like that too. So I don't know if Nathan Fillion could really but get a stunt man. That's fine. That's what they're there for.
That's true. I mean, Nathan Fillion is older. He's getting up there.
Yeah,
The
and they
I
wanted to
saw apparently he's on some new movie for Netflix, and he looks, or not for Netflix, but just he's in a new TV show, and he looks a little worn.
Yeah. Well, that's like who he just came out with a movie. Well, like he's in a movie and it got like a bunch of awards at one of the like movie festivals, and people are like, "This is like an Oscar-worthy performance."
Yes. Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
I know. I really want to watch
yeah.
The White Whale.
Yeah.
I really want to watch it.
Let's bring it back, dude.
My eyes-
Sexiest Man Alive. I think
Oh,
it was 99 or whatever.
Oh,
when He
yeah.
was playing George of the Jungle, and he was ripped as shit.
And I think he still is. And I think it's total BS what Hollywood did to him.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like fully there for that 6-minute ovation,
Yeah.
standing ovation he got. I was
and
like,
he started crying.
yes, because that type of validation.
Yeah.
When it's for something you never got validation for that you should have.
When you
oh
literally
my God,
broke your back
I
for
can't
like
imagine.
movies and stuff, and
Yes.
had to have like crazy surgeries and whatnot.
I can't imagine.
Oh man, dude! Shout out
And
The
every-
Mummy. That was such a good fucking movie.
And I still haven't seen it, but I
What?
need to. I know.
dude,
I need
it's
to.
so good.
Because I rode the Mummy ride twice at Orlando Studios, and it was fantastic. So now I really do want to watch the film and see if it lives up to the hype of the ride.
It's really good. I think once it gets back on Netflix, I'll just rewatch it for
Yeah.
no reason.
Is it getting back on Netflix?
Or when it does, like every other.
It kind of
like
comes
now and then.
in and out of Netflix.
Oh, does it?
It's like one of those movies that like they'll like put it in and then they'll like kind of like drop it.
Kind of like
and then-
Friday. They
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
putting Friday in. I don't know why.
Oh, I bet it's because it's the movie goes back up for bid, and the companies just bid on it,
maybe.
and it's going between Hulu and Netflix. I bet.
It's
Yeah.
on Hulu right now.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I see those pop up sometimes on Hulu, so I bet it's just they're fighting between Netflix and Hulu for movies like that apparently everyone loves and they do very well.
The Mummy, the second Mummy movie, it was still good, but the CGI in it because The Rock is in it.
Rock.
For
That's
a
the
specific
Scorpion
part,
King.
Yeah,
Oh,
horrible. Like even for the times,
Horrible.
It looks like a video game.
It's really
alright.
bad.
Okay, speaking of
It's
horrible
really bad.
CGI, have you guys heard of the horrible, awful reviews that Me Time got? The new movie with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg
I
by
heard
Netflix.
it was not a good movie.
Well, it's got like 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. So like, yeah.
Did we watch that?
I was going to say, so Ben and I watched it because we were like, okay, we've got to see why this movie is so terrible. And I will say,
It's down to 6% now.
the first 15 minutes of the movie were hard for me because the CGI was so awful. The CGI was awful in the first 15 minutes of the movie. But the rest of it, I mean, it got Ben and I in the feels. Like,
I think it's just a fun movie.
yeah, it was fun. After the 15-minute, like the weird CGI part for me, I never once was aware that I was watching a movie. I was just lost in the
The
entertainment,
shenanigans.
which is what movies are for. I was like, I didn't see why it was that bad.
Well, everybody nowadays, it's like it either has to be like a super action-packed like hero movie, like you say like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I would even throw like the Fast and Furious movies because they're basically superheroes. They're doing the most absurd stuff in those movies. Or it has to be like a Oscar-worthy story and blah, blah, blah. It's like there's no movies that people just make for like fun.
just for
anymore.
fun.
You know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah. People don't really want to shell out budget for fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. But I mean, who is in that movie, Me Time?
Santino.
Santino. So yeah, Bobby Lee was giving him mad shit for his 6%. So I'm surprised you didn't watch it.
No, I haven't watched it. I heard
Santino's good in it.
I heard how bad it was. So
He's
it's like
no, he's fucking good in
Yeah?
it. And I enjoyed it.
I mean, he's good in Dickie or Dave.
Dave, yeah.
Dave, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not in Dickie.
Yeah, well,
Davey is what he calls it, but it's
Davey.
definitely Dave. Yeah, so I think you should check it out because I thought
It's
he was
just
pretty
funny.
good.
Yeah, it's just funny.
And I really I don't know if you've seen Bobby Lee in Reservation Dogs, but
no, but I want to watch.
I really
Reservation Dogs.
I really like that show.
I've heard it's really good.
It is a good show. He's not in it very often. He's in more episodes in the first season than he is the second season, but he has more lines in the second season.
Okay.
But the story itself, I think it's pretty good.
Well, that's like another Taika Waititi show that I really want to watch. I just like haven't gotten into it. Is God, what's it called? The pirate one that he made?
Ooh, Flag of Death,
Fear Our Flag or something.
Fear Our
like that?
Flag.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Ben and I have watched it.
Is it good?
Yeah, no, it's
Where it's like the guy, he's
It's
like a
so
privateer or whatever,
good.
and then he
No,
wants to
it's
be a
so
pirate or
good.
something.
oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it gets so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's so good.
I can't remember what it's called though.
It's-
It has something to
What
do
it-
with the
was
flag.
it on though?
It's on. I think it's on HBO.
Our Flag
right?
Means Death.
Yes.
It's Our Flag Means Death. It's on HBO. It's about
Is it a funny one?
Yeah. No, it's
I think
funny.
I started watching that.
It's a he's a well-to-do fancy lord, and he's just really bored with married life, and he kind of wants adventure, so he decides that he wants to be a pirate, and his wife and him are not really in love anymore, so she's like,
Go ahead.
okay, fine, go, but don't come back. And so
He's
he
like, "Thank
leaves.
God."
So he leaves his kids and he goes to try to become a pirate. And so he obviously runs into these situations where he meets other pirates, or like when he's trying
Yeah,
to
but
when he's
I
trying
think I
to
started watching that.
when he's trying to captain his own crew, and it's like, shenanigans happen because he doesn't get them. But it was really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That'd be cool if, like, by the end of the story, however many seasons it goes, he like ends up being like Blackbeard or something. Like,
Well,
some
so
crazy famous pirate.
The thing that happens in the first season is he meets Blackbeard. He runs into Blackbeard, and Blackbeard actually really likes him.
yeah.
And then, yeah.
Like he tries to avoid fighting, right, or something like that.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to fight.
Well, yeah, because he's scared he's never fought before. But then, he meets Blackbeard, and they kind of Blackbeard kind of like teaches him, hey, this is how you be a pirate. But then Blackbeard's crew is annoyed because they're like, we're not doing any piracy. We're just teaching him. This is boring. So it's like a lot of stuff happens, but it's a really beautiful story.
Okay.
And I'm really excited for the second season.
Cool. Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta
how
watch
many-
that and Reservoir.
How long is the first season?
8 episodes.
Because I think I watched like 3.
It's not too bad.
it's
And they're like an
very
hour long, like typical HBO.
No. They're 30,
They're 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're 30
Yeah,
minutes.
they're really short.
Ooh, that's
So
nice.
so yeah, it was really quick to get through, but it made me sad because I was like, oh, that was such a good show. So I'm excited for season 2.
But it's one of those that once you start, you don't really want to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the story always keeps moving, and
Yeah.
it's so cute. It's very funny. And then a lot of the pirates are
They're just dumb.
they're dumb. And
But I
then-
don't think pirates were known for
And well, and then there's actually a pirate that's like non-binary. So
It's just really, it's weird but funny.
so then it's like trying to be really modern. So there's also like the non-binary person is kind of in love with a pirate on the ship, and then there's another couple of guys that are like openly together, and it's really cute. Like, yeah, it's really cute. It's a good show.
And they're like, we should overthrow our captain. And they're like, no, let's not do that. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy it. I like anything Taika Waititi's done, and Taika Waititi plays Blackbeard.
Yeah, he always plays someone like in his movies.
Really fucking dope.
Like even in Thor, he's the rock dude or whatever, Korg.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah.
funny.
No, I really like him.
He's a good actor too.
Yeah.
Did you see his? Because I know that FX had picked up What We Do in the Shadows.
Yep.
as like a new one. Did you see his original one though?
Yes.
That one's so
That's
good.
by
That's, like, the
far my
best.
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best one by far. The show's good too though, but I can't. It's not like the pirate show. I can't just sit and watch it
Like
for some
repeatedly,
reason.
yeah.
I can only watch like 2 or 3 episodes before I'm like, okay, I need to change it.
Have you guys been watching Lord of the Rings? I actually kind of watched like the first 2 episodes. It's pretty good. I think it's getting a lot of flack. I don't really know why. It's not.
Is it
bad.
called Lord of the Rings?
It's called Rings of Power.
Okay. But it's about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. It's on.
But is it before the books?
It's
Prequel.
before the books, so it's like before the.
Right.
So the Hobbit is before the Lord of the Rings. This is before the Hobbit.
Okay.
For like a really like a long time ago. Like how elves live for like 1,000 years or whatever. Like
Right.
that.
Right.
In the show, Elrond, the like leader guy of the elves from the Fellowship of the Ring, who like put them together and whatnot. He's like looks like he's like in his early 20s.
Holy
in this movie.
shit.
So it's probably like a couple hundred years before or something like that. Because it's like right after the one of the first wars with Morgoth, who basically is like the. And I'll probably get crucified by our 7 viewers who are big Lord of the Rings fans. I think he's like he's almost like the god of evil type of thing.
Yeah.
And he is who like the big bad in Lord of the Rings is Sauron. Sauron basically is like Morgoth's like right hand man, if I'm remembering correctly, type of thing.
Okay.
Elves are actually immortal.
Yeah. There we go. Wait, elves are immortal? I thought they just.
Oh, damn. Even Jackie. Okay. No, I think
There
you're
we
wrong.
go. Yeah.
Damn, that's insane.
So then, unless they die in battle, I guess they're just.
That's
So
crazy.
How much time do I need to spend to catch up on all the movies?
I was going to say, I haven't seen any of the movies.
You don't need to watch the movies to watch the show because it's before.
Because it's before
No, yeah,
everything.
but well, if I watched the
If you
before,
wanted to
I kind of
watch-
watch the after too.
Man, if you want to watch the movies, it's. I think the shortest movie is like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It's all together.
Altogether, like 9 hours, 10 hours.
One work day.
Like the movie?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, a whole
I'm
work day.
taking Monday off. One whole
Hey,
work day.
Siri, how long does it take to watch the Lord of the Rings movies?
Well, then it depends too. Are you doing the director's cut? Because that'll literally add like an extra hour to some movies.
Right. I need you to
Like I think the Return of the
take me
King,
to the web.
like its regular cut is like just under 3 hours, and then I think if you watch the director's cut, it's like just under 4 or something.
Lord of the Rings trilogy plus the Hobbit trilogy, 19 hours and 39
Plus
minutes.
the Hobbit trilogy,
How
though.
long is the Hobbit?
The Hobbit, each movie.
The Hobbit's also
Like-
3 movies, I think, right?
Yeah, and each of them are probably like the lowest 2.5, 2 hours.
You can't have one without the other. The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit clocks in at close to 20 hours.
Yeah. And then
Take
now
it
that
2
you
days
have
off.
the Amazon show,
So
each
yeah,
episode
you would
is an
do
hour.
the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, and then you do the Two Towers. Then you do the Return of the King, and then you do the Hobbit, the Desolation
The Desolation of Smaug.
of Smaug. Yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
And then the Unexpected Journey, and then the Battle of the Five Arrears.
I think
Armies.
it goes. I think it's the Unexpected Journey is the first one for the Hobbit. Desolation of Smaug, I think, should be the second, and then the third is the Battle of the Three Armies.
Oh, okay. Okay, pardon me. You might actually be right because they're listing it. Yeah.
In terms of like how long they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you do an order, yeah, it is Fellowship of the Ring, then the Two Towers, then the Return of the King, then the Unexpected Journey, then the Desolation of Smaug, and then the Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah.
And then, no, that's all it says.
Yeah, and then the Amazon show is like way before, and each episode is like an hour. But a lot of people were mad because they're like, "Oh my god, there ain't no black elves. What's going on?"
I have seen that. yeah,
people
I've
are like-
seen that ridiculous.
And it was funny because they said, so there are like the hobbits, and then there are these other people that are called Harfoots. And I guess in Tolkien, because I haven't read, but I just kind of like Google stuff to kind of figure it out. I guess the Harfoots are like, they're separate from hobbits. They're like a different like race, kind of like elves or whatever. And in the books, he had described them as being like sun-kissed or like darker of skin or something like that. And people are like, there ain't no black hobbits. What the hell? Blah, blah, blah.
So they didn't read the book.
Yeah, probably not. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of people who are mad.
They skipped that one.
because they don't know how to read. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And the
it's
old
fine.
movies-
It's a frustrating thing
Or they didn't understand what that meant.
to not be able to read.
They're like, it's sun-kissed. He got burned. He's white.
Yeah, so I have seen
The
that.
sun's white, so
But I've never actually seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies. That's a lie.
Yeah.
When the first Hobbit came out, my boyfriend dragged me to the midnight showing. We were like one of or two of six people in the theater, and I fell asleep 40 minutes in because
It would've
it was
been
the
1
midnight
o'clock. Yeah, it
showing,
would've
and
been
I
1
was
o'clock.
fucking tired.
Yeah, I was going to say, that movie's going to be done at like 3 a.m.
Right. Why would you ever take me to that when I've seen none of the other movies? And
I mean, you don't have to see it, but I know what you
For the-
mean.
that's
for the
exactly
first
what
one,
he
though.
said. That's the bullshit he said. You don't have to, bitch.
What-
But I don't want to.
They're good movies, though.
I'm sure they are. I think it's crazy that now Lord of the Rings is up to almost as many movies as freaking Harry Potter. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
If they would have just split the last book into 2 or whatever, they would be at Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't when Harry Potter pulled that shit, and then Twilight did it, and then Hunger Games did it, and then I was like, this is some bullshit.
You're like, Hollywood, you're just trying to fucking scrape money.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course they are.
I would get it if the books were like extra long.
Like, but that's, I feel like for the Lord of the Rings, they really could have.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's like,
Aren't they like 600 or 700 pages?
yeah, but I feel like you could fit that into like a script of like a 2.5, 3 hour movie.
Oh, yeah.
Versus like, because
Okay.
I mean, the last 2 Harry Potter movies, each of those are like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, right? So that's like a 6 hour,
Yeah.
endeavor to watch the essentially what would be like the last book or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So like, I think, I would say maybe, I don't know what that cutoff would be. I'm not a movie writer, but I would say probably over 1,000. You could break it up into 2. Then you got 500 pages each. But like anything kind of before that seems like maybe you could do it in a movie. I understand wanting to like draw it out though, keep the suspense up and whatnot.
So, like, what about what book series? The Aragon book series? I never read it, but the ones about the dragons.
Aragon, Eldest, and something else.
Oh my god,
What's the last one?
I don't know. I just said I never.
No, well, I knew she would. That's why. What is it? Come to the microphone. What is it? Come on.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We
What
got
is it?
headphones in.
What is it? What is it?
Aragon, Eldest, and what?
I didn't even remember Eldest.
It's called Brissinger.
Brissinger. Sorry.
Make her get closer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
We
I'm
can't-
sorry,
we can't
Rudy.
have a- yeah.
Need to get you closer to the fucking mic. I feel like those books weren't they hella long, like over 1,000 pages or something?
Yeah, they were pretty long. But the first one wasn't. Aragon wasn't very long though. But that's the only movie that got made was Aragon, right? They didn't make anything else because it was garbage afterwards.
I don't think so.
That sucks. I can't remember if it was the Aragon series or the Lord of the Rings But I feel like I was told that one of the writers originally, when they submitted the manuscript for the book, it was all 3 books in one as one book. And they were like, bro, this is way too long. You need to split this up. We'll make it into 3 books.
It was probably the Aragon.
I think
books
it was
then.
maybe the Aragon author that did that. He submitted it all as like
One movie.
one giant book, and they were like, "This is 4,000 pages.
That would be
We're
kinda-
gonna split this up."
That would be kind of nice though, as like an author. You know, you write your 4,000 pages, then they're like, "We got to split this up into 3 books." You're like,
Well-
"I'm good for 6 years."
Well, and that's why I mean, yeah, it did work out, and it worked out for the fans because they always hit the next publication date because
Yeah.
he wrote it all.
Yeah, not
But-
like George R. R. Martin, who
Right.
literally is never going to finish.
So I heard that, and I was like, maybe it's a requirement. You want to take us on that long of a fucking journey? We need some sort of guarantee.
Like contracts or something.
You
Yeah.
fuck with our emotions, we murder you. I just, I think we're owed that
Yeah.
as readers. I feel like I'm the only one that would fight for that, though. You like One Piece, the manga.
Yeah. But they're fine. You got the anime and stuff. They're not messing it up. The animation's only gotten like better and better.
And it's almost done, right?
I mean, that's
who
what he
knows?
says. Yeah.
That's what he says.
I think he said he wants to finish it in like the next 3 to 5 years, right? Or something.
Holy shit.
Well, that depends if he doesn't get sick.
Yeah, because there was a period where he got like sick, so he couldn't write for like a couple months or something, and then
they were able to
like,
catch
a lot of
up?
stuff back. Yeah. So like, I mean, right now the animation is only like 30 chapters behind the manga, which really is
Holy
bad.
shit.
Yeah, much. They're on like episode
Wow.
1035 or something.
I was about to ask because
I guess,
I want to
I
get.
thought it was 1050.
I told Ben last night, I was like, I think I want to start watching, I want to get into anime more. I think I'm going to start watching One Piece. And he was like, you picked a hell of a one to start.
long endeavor.
It's actually on Netflix. They added so many more episodes.
Yeah, I think they go up to
I think.
past
it's
Water 7, right? Yeah.
I think I'm going to start with Hunter x Hunter, probably is what
That's
we're
a
going to
good one,
start
too.
with because
One
that's,
Punch Man or something.
I can see the end of that. Although I want to finish Demon Slayer first.
Demon Slayer's really good. You should watch that.
I
one.
really liked, I've seen all of the first season.
I know you watched a couple episodes. I don't know if you made the whole season.
I've watched a lot without
She's
you,
gonna
though.
start with Dragon Ball or something.
Because you've already seen it, and I couldn't wait. I really like it.
I mean, their animation budget is insane. It's like per episode, it's like 90 to 100K.
It's a very pretty show.
It's good. I even showed Cass, and there were some parts because it's kind of some parts kind of gory or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, why would you show me this? I'm
Yeah.
like, because the animation is still good. Like you have
It
to
w-
be able to like appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
nuts.
it's a very well done show. But so when I tell people I like it, especially when they're like true anime fans, I'm like, yeah, I really like Demon Slayer. They're like, oh, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's a good show.
It's a good show, but it's like because a lot of people now they're like, oh well, anime people only like the mainstream anime, which is like
Oh, I didn't know it was
what
mainstream.
you would say like probably would be like Demon Slayer, One Piece, Naruto.
Ben said he liked it, so
Even Dragon Ball
I
Z.
watched it.
No, the thing is that they're good, but like real, like I don't want to say you're not a real anime fan, but like
I'm
people who are
not,
like
I
I'm a
know.
real anime fan, they'll be like you only watch the and it's like who fucking cares? It's good.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
just I watch a little bit from a lot of genres. So yeah, I probably only watch what's popular, and you know what that means? I have
Like I
a
watch
good ass.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I have
That's
a good
for
ass
everyone.
time watching a little bit of everything. I watch all the best shit.
You should watch Vinland Saga. That one's a good one too.
What is it on?
Uh,
Crunchyroll?
It's definitely on Crunchyroll, but I think it might also be on Netflix or Hulu or something.
Oh,
But that one's good too, and it's based on like Vikings and stuff like that. It's more of like
what is it again? Something what? Vineyard?
Vinland Saga.
Vineyard Saga is what I was going to look
get
for.
close.
Vinland Saga.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Vinland Saga.
And there's only like one season, so it's like 24 episodes.
Oh, that's nice. That's the thing about Hunter x Hunter. I know it's more than one season, but I was like, it seems attainable still.
Yeah, that was I didn't start I had watched One Piece when I was like a little kid and like really gotten into it, and then they kind of stopped like the American
Oh yeah.
and then they kind of like brought it back up again. But once COVID hit, I was like, all right, now I have time. Like everything shut down.
Yeah.
And even then, it still took me like a year
Oh,
and a half.
yeah.
And I mean, there were days where I would watch probably like 10 episodes in a day because I didn't have anything to do.
Oh, no,
Or I
I
would
re-
just kinda,
yeah.
like, have them up while I was doing whatever.
Yeah.
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 We watch Food Wars.
Yeah, Food Wars is a good one.
Oh, we have watched that.
I think I made you watch an episode of it.
I remember watching more than one. I feel like I've watched 4 or 5, but I do remember that one. And we watched all of The House Husband.
Is that a good one?
Way of the House Husband.
I saw it on Netflix and I was going to check it out. Okay.
So we watched all of that.
Yeah.
So stop trying to sell me out with these. I think I made you watch one episode.
And then-
we've watched a bit.
Bleach is coming back for its final arc, which I think is pretty cool.
Bleach?
Bleach. It's another anime. Like,
I mean, I assumed.
yeah. But it had like, even in Japan, they stopped like producing the like animation, like the anime after, I can't remember. It's still like a couple hundred episodes, but it was like they left it like
A giant
just
cliffhanger.
before. No, not even a giant cliffhanger. Just
Oh.
like, so usually in anime, there's like, they call them like arcs, and it's kind of like, you know, for X amount of chapters, they're like kind of doing one like story, and then they'll kind of move on to like the next thing. And they had stopped the Bleach anime like just before the final like arc. So they're just literally coming back just to do the final one, which will probably still be like a shit ton of episodes. But
How do we know it's the final one? Because the writers have said?
yeah, the writers
Okay,
like
okay.
like they're literally like, it's called the
I didn't know if it was based on another written.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, the writer, like, you know, he had finished the actual manga, and then the anime just like, they just like stopped producing it. Like they canceled the show. or
Okay,
whatever.
okay.
So they're coming back for the, I think it's called like the 1,000 Years Blood War or something like
Ooh.
that. So they're coming back and to do that.
That sounds intense.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
No,
No? No? You don't.
I can't watch anything else because I'm stuck watching a novela. Actually,
A
What
telenovela?
novella?
it's called Pedro el Escamoso, which I think Escamoso is like Pedro Know-It-All.
Okay.
And it's this really tall guy that has like a mullet, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird to describe it, but I think it's a mullet.
Yeah.
And I don't think this one's the Mexican version because there's two. There's the original one, which I think is Argentinian or something like that.
Okay.
Mexican one, but I don't know. It's just a fun show because it follows a guy that basically lies his way through life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just
And
funny.
that's why he's called Know It All, Pedro.
Yeah,
Know-It-All.
pretty much. So like I don't know. It's just funny, and I just like watching.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
But it's just funny because I watch it in Spanish, but the subtitles are in English. So like
You can,
when I see the translation, I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
you
But
know
okay,
how wrong
cool.
it is.
Yeah. But it's just cool. And then he dances really cool. So I'm like,
Does it have like a ton of episodes?
yeah, it has 313.
Holy shit.
And they're an hour long.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Holy crap. So when did it start? What year?
Oh, it's old. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
really old. But I remember growing up, I used to watch it. Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
like I remember seeing like, I guess shots of it.
Like
So
little
now-
clips when you were like a kid or something.
Yeah, now I'm like, I should just watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. It's cool. Yeah. So I'm stuck watching that and then Cobra Kai.
Is it still good?
Is it worth watching?
Well, Jackie says it's cringy, but I think it's a good show.
Well, it was made to be kind of cringy, right? Like, that
What
was
part
kinda
of
the
it is
point.
cringy? Because if there's incest, I may be able to work around it.
I think that's a
it's
little
just
past cringe.
cringy because it's. I mean, it's a lot of kids acting though. That's why. So like when they fight,
Yeah.
you know, the fighting scenes are kind of cringy.
Okay.
But isn't it made to
That
kinda
makes
be like
sense.
that? Because it's supposed to still be kind of like, oh, it's like a 80s. Like it's shot in what's supposed to be now times, but it's like the
Yeah.
dads are kind of like stuck in the 80s, like kung
Yeah,
fu.
and it's all the original actors from the Karate Kid movies. That's why I like watching it.
Oh, I did not know that.
So like the original
The
Karate
original,
Kid
yeah.
and the white kid that he fights come out.
Yeah.
Everyone from the first two movies comes out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just cool. It's I don't know, like I guess it's like a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, it's nostalgic.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, they're redoing like a lot of stuff. I mean, they did Fuller House. They did.
I
didn't
know.
Raven Simone get like her own show for a little bit too.
I made myself look like an idiot at work because they were playing a game that was like, guess the theme song.
Yeah.
And then a song came on that was like, everywhere you look,
Yeah.
something, something, something. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, I know this one. And I was like, Scrubs? Like, I had no idea what it was from. And then, and I'm everyone on my team, which is fine, but everyone on my team is white. They're so white. And I didn't mean it in any type of way. But then
You
when
can
they
eat
were
it
like,
in a way, it's okay. They're white. You
when
can
they
deal with it.
when they were like, oh my gosh, you don't know what that is, and I said, no, what is it? And they said, it's Full House, and I was like, oh, I was a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air kid, and they were like. But I didn't mean it like
They're like,
anything.
we weren't allowed to watch that in our household.
They brought out a mirror.
Like I know. I was like, I didn't mean it like any type of race thing, but I was just like,
It's just funnier.
I thought
it
it was funnier, and
Well, I always love the stories of like people who would like watch Full House and then they'd hear that Bob Saget was like on tour for his stand up and then they'd go watch his stand up and they'd be like, this is disgusting because he had like really like just guttural comedy. And I was like, dude, I love it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
America's
Oh, yeah.
dad is sitting there talking about getting his dick sucked on stage or whatever. Like, that's awesome.
because I feel, and I loved that because if I was ever
Yeah.
a comedian, that's exactly how I would be like in my everyday life. I'm so crass and disgusting.
Yeah.
So when people see me in the office, you know, being professional, then as soon as I walk out, they're like, "Oh my god."
Well, it's like the same thing with Eddie Murphy. If you watch his old stand-up,
Yes.
his old stand-up is the best. And then
Yes.
he's like Dr. Doolittle, he's like, or like Daddy Daycare. Or no, not...
I love him in Daddy Daycare.
yeah, Daddy Daycare.
I love him in that. But yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
his old one with his like red leather suit, and then he's like got the picture of him eating in Paris, and he's like
God.
says something about bitches or whatever, and he's got like the naked lady he's eating off of and stuff. I was like, hell yeah, Eddie Murphy living it up, and then just being like, I'm gonna fucking coast down this. lane.
Well, and when he plays the Nutty Professor, I mean, I feel like that you saw how fucked up his personality can be. Because I really, for that movie, I think that movie is so underrated because I really think Eddie Murphy pulled from both the two different extreme sides of his own personality when he wrote that. Like, I think he sometimes sees
So he
himself
made
as
two
a
movies.
true villain. Like, yeah, I think that was very well done.
Yeah. Well, and also on like the Chappelle Show, some of the best skits were always his brother Charlie Murphy's
Oh,
True
yeah.
Hollywood Stories.
Yeah, I like that.
Charlie Murphy punches him in the face and stuff.
I had no idea Eddie had a brother.
His brother's gangster as fuck too.
But I think he passed away like
He did. He passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Charlie Murphy.
You know, whenever Trevor Noah's grandmother passed away, like I always knew he wasn't going to stay on the Daily Show forever because that just didn't seem like that's where he would be happiest. But after his grandmother died, I was like, I bet now it'll happen. He'd already been there a lot longer than I thought he would be. I never
7
thought
years?
he was going to be there for 7 years. So when his grandmother died, I was like, I would be shocked if he made it to 2023. Like, I would be shocked.
What
I
do you
feel
think
like
they're gonna try to replace him with?
Dude, I feel so bad for whoever replaces him. They have enormous shoes to fill.
Well, because he had to fill John Daly's shoes, and he actually did a pretty good job.
Better.
Yeah, like and everybody was happy. It kind of the show just kind
I
of.
never watched The Daily Show until Trevor Noah.
Really.
Really?
The old ones were really good too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean Trevor Noah, he did a good
Maybe
job.
it is a race thing. I'm kidding.
Like we see her pattern. Like